We finally did it.
We did it. Finally.
I changed the setting up, not because I'm lazy, but because I wanted to solo out the work of MF Doom.
Wonderful. We had to do it.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Sticking to it. Before we get to that, do you want me to stop trolling in the Keynote Comics live chat? Because I can.
I mean, I don't care. You know, go ahead.
Okay, that was a lot of fun.
I mean, it is. Say, I feel that.
I started taking it serious.
Oh man, said she dummy thick.
Hey man, that was a good cover.
It was. You're not wrong.
Yeah. You're not wrong. The Bust It Challenge come to life.
Words. I got an iPhone now.
What the? What? No, you don't.
I mean,
what? Shut up. That is not your phone.
I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't be.
You don't have an iPhone. When did you get an iPhone?
Yesterday.
Why?
I needed a new phone.
So you decided to get an iPhone?
Yeah.
After you've had like, wasn't your like? Do you have like an Android? Did you have like the chocolate before that? I swear your phones were like 2010.
I had a BlackBerry, another BlackBerry, ZTE something.
That's not real. Motorola?
What I have after the ZTE? Oh, and then just Galaxies since then.
And then you had a Zune with Wi-Fi?
Yeah, no Wi-Fi compatible Zune.
Oh.
No, wait till they drop the Z phone, bro. It's a wrap. Yo, drop the Zune.
So you're just team iMessage now, huh?
Yeah.
That's fire. I'm about to start iMessaging you. We can get off of Facebook Messenger.
Go ahead.
Actually, no. I'll stay on Facebook.
It's gonna be mad confusing though.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
I like that. That's dope. What'd you get? 11?
12.
12.
Pro.
Big boy moves.
Pro Max.
Okay. For the camera or just cause?
Yeah, you know, not the.
I mean, you could film with that.
I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, the issue that I had was that I was using. So usually in this setup, this is my go to work setup. So, I usually have the IV cam like you have set up, connected to the computer. Yeah, but for some reason it won't connect to my old phone anymore, and I feel like it's because my old phone caught feelings because I got a new one now, and it's just not with it. So now I just don't know what to do. I feel like I'm in a real obscure situation because now I have to get a webcam because I gotta do meetings at work and my phone won't work to do it. Yeah. So
my like free trial of Ivy Cam expired, so now it only records in like 480 or something. Oh, damn. Or 720, and so I ordered a Logitech on Target today.
Okay, you know you could have just spent $5 and got the.
Well, because I eventually want to move from recording this podcast on my work laptop to my desktop.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And I don't want to have like my phone have it up for like 2 hours recording this shit. So I just gotta. Yeah, I ended up getting, it was like $80 or like $70.
920.
Yeah, the S that records a 1080.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same one I gotta get.
Yeah,
it's the only one available.
They finally have webcams. Like before, it was like you had to order some shit from China off Amazon.
Yeah,
for like $40. So yeah, they finally have Logitech webcams now. Then I was looking at graphics cards.
You didn't want webcam 720?
Webcam 720 HD best quality.
Yeah, exactly. Records in 1080p. And you're like, all right, you look at the description. It says records in 720p video. You're like,
yeah.
The description literally says records in 1080p. Like, yes. Yeah, but the other description says it doesn't record in 1080p. Read both descriptions.
Yeah. And then the like review images are all in like 480.
Yeah.
It's like hella dark. some guy like, this is a good webcam guy. No.
It's like, if I don't move at all, it won't look crazy at all.
If I'm standing next to the router, it's probably okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no.
The shutter speed is like -2, but it's whatever.
It is cheaper at Target than Best Buy if you're looking.
Oh, word. Okay.
It's like $20 cheaper or something for some reason.
Good.
But yeah, and I was looking at graphics cards today because I was like, I've had this computer for a year. It's fine, but I could probably get a new graphics card. Nothing.
Yeah, they're not available yet.
Yeah, they don't exist.
I'm devastated with myself because I had when I was talking to you when you were building your joint, and I was like, I want to build my computer, and so I was looking at stuff, and I was looking at this was when motherboards were out everywhere, but they had they still had graphics cards. But then I was like, all right, I mean, I guess I could just buy a graphics card and wait, and didn't do that, and then waited, and now they have motherboards available, no graphics cards. So
Yep.
So that's
we got hella processors, hella motherboards.
Yeah.
No graphics cards. Probably no. I think it's gonna get worse too. There's supposed to be some tariffs or something coming out, and it's gonna make things more expensive. So we're gonna be fucked.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what we all need.
But you got a pre-built though, anyway,
right? Yeah. Mine right now is a pre-built.
Yeah.
What I'm running on.
It's fine. It's working fine.
Is it?
No, it sucks.
It's just horrible. It does the job that I have right now well, but
yeah. Well, it's annoying because like I've just started I used to watch a bunch of when I was like getting into PC building. I used to watch a bunch of like tech YouTubers like Linus and shit.
Yeah.
And they have everything. And so I'm watching a video that came out like 3 hours ago, and they have a new AMD graphics card, Intel like core processor, and like a new motherboard. And then I go to Micro Center. It's like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Get off of this website.
Okay. Do you want storage? If not, leave.
Yeah. We have like a Razer mouse if you want it.
Yeah.
We're just giving it away.
You want a book?
Yeah, no.
A book
we'll get you a book.
We'll get you a book on computers.
How to build a PC. Here, I hold that. Well, recording live from somewhere. This is a Don't Fake podcast. That was our tech portion of the podcast. Yeah. We don't have anything planned today. We recorded we did our 2020 top 10 that failed like a few weeks ago.
I mean, you want to just run through it real quick?
We can run through our list real quick. I'll start. I think mine's right in front of me.
Bet.
Yeah. This are okay. We tried to record a 2020 episode. Thank you, Aaron Brown and Brandon Griggs, for joining us for that one, but we had some technical difficulties. I'm sorry. But that was a lot of fun. It's all good. We'll bring them back one day. But yeah, this is my top 10 for 2020. Honorable mentions is Chomp by Russ. That little project surprised me. Good beats. His rapping was on par and a lot of good features. Spirit World Field Guide by Aesop Rock. Another banger by him. Savage Mode 2, 21 Savage and Metro Boomin. That was a pretty surprising project. It was nice hearing 21 Savage like that. And Metro Boomin is just crazy. Darkling Demo Tapes by Drake. I'm light skinned. Savage God or Stove God Cooks. Reasonable Drought. Good project. I found that by surprise. And then I learned that he was affiliated with Rock Marciano and he did production on that. And I'm excited to hear what that guy does this year. Anime, Trauma, and Divorce by Open Mike Eagle. I started running that after the new year, and I started really falling in love with it more. It's a good album. And then a few kind of non-rap albums. Color My Life by Chicano Batman. I think they're out of Texas. They're like this Hispanic 5-piece band. That album came out during like a lot of the BLM protests. And it was very like, we're marginalized people. This is our music. So it kind of came at a really good time.
Mm-hmm.
This dude named Kenny Hoopla that I found randomly on YouTube. He does like, it's unfortunate actually. He put out something on Twitter that, like after we record our episode, he put out something on Twitter that said he wanted to like disappear and take a break for a while, which sucks because he's so young. But I think like shit just started hitting him because he was starting to get more fame, and he was like, I gotta back away from this. So I hope he's all right. I hope he comes back soon because he made like Block Party style music, which is cool. Block Party, the band from the UK. And then Karangbin I also got into this year too. Have you listened to them?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard their music like on a commercial, but they're like this 3-piece from Texas. Yeah, like they. I'm sure.
When do you think I've seen commercials?
I don't know. You watch American football.
I don't have cable though.
Yeah, they're like this 3-piece from Texas that meshes up a lot of different cultures and stuff in their music. They're dope.
I have no idea what you said, by the way. It was just letters put together.
That's what it kind of looks like.
Okay.
And then Alfredo by Freddie Gibbs, and then Miles by Blue and Exile are my other two. So my top 10 of the year of 2020. Number 10 is No Pressure by Logic. Number 9 is Run the Jewels 4 by Run the Jewels. Number 8, Man on the Moon 3 by Kid Cudi. Number 7, New Beginnings by Reason. Number 6, Detroit 2 by Big Sean. Number 5, Burden of Proof by Benny the Butcher. Number 4, Unlocked, Denzel Curry and Kenny Beats. Number 3, Pray for Paris, West Side Gun. Excuse me. Number 2, Visions of Bodies Being Burned, Clipping. And number 1, Act 2, Patents of Nobility by Jay Electrolysis.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So the list that I have in front of me says that my honorable mentions are turkey chili, bread, hamburger buns, avocado, apples, pears, kiwi, and grapes.
Okay.
But I don't think this is the right list. So
yeah, that sounds like a grocery list.
Yeah, maybe. I think this is a grocery list. But nah.
I'm glad you got the turkey chili though. It's good for your heart.
Yeah, man. Turkey chili cool. They didn't have any at the store when I made this list. But so my honorable mentions would be, you know what? I'm gonna change it up real quick because I feel like it. Only one, and that's gonna be. So I'm gonna say Kenny Mason, Firestarter, Conway Machine and Alchemist, Lulu, Black Thought, Stream of Thought Volume 3, Big Sean, Detroit 2, Stove God Cooks, Reasonable Drought, West Side Gun, Pray for Paris, Conway the Machine, From a King to a God, Run the Jewels with RTJ 4, Spillage Village with Spilligion, Mick Jenkins with The Circus. And my top 10 is Reason, New Beginnings, Denzel Curry and Kenny Beats, Unlocked, Rumor, Drug Dealing is a Lost Art, Benny the Butcher, Burned It a Proof, Jay Electronica, A Written Testimony, Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist at number 5. I haven't said numbers right now, so just, do your, Number 5, Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist with Alfredo. Number 4, Jay Electronica with Act 2. Number 3, Clipping, Visions of Bodies Being Burned. Number 2, Blue and Exile, Miles. Number 1, Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon 3. And the best album of the year, Tank Confetti, Intrusive Thoughts at number 0. So good, it couldn't even be in the top 10. It had to be above the top 10.
Perfect. It supersedes the list.
Yeah. And precedes it.
Precedes the list.
Both.
Yeah. Both at the same time. Both of them.
Yeah. It sandwiches it.
Yeah. If anybody wants a signed copy of this vinyl for my album, I'm going to point to it real quick right there. $10,000.
Okay,
you
bet.
can Venmo me, and I will send you a signed copy.
Cool.
It's only got...
Specifically U.S. dollars, though.
Specifically U.S. dollars. Thank you for clarifying. It only has 10 of the 12 tracks on it, but those are the best 10.
Wait, does it really?
Yeah, she couldn't fit all 12.
Oh, okay.
The album is just long, like too long, and until it goes to a second vinyl.
It's almost a double disc.
Almost a double disc, but it was the 2 I didn't like that much, so it's all good.
Wait, was it just the last 2 songs?
No, Solar System and FITH.
Okay.
Those aren't my favorite songs. But those will be your favorite songs if you listen to my album.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Dashamerican.co. 2021 has started. It's a new year.
It is.
How was your new year? How's your year going?
It was cool. I just got chicken that ended. Hold on, let me go ahead and get this chicken real quick.
It's okay. Did you have a good start to the year besides getting chicken?
Start to the year is cool. I got a few days off. You know, that's always good. The Cleveland Browns beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs, which is great for my family.
And the Ravens beat the Titans, which is great for my family.
Yeah, the Ravens beat the Titans and then stomped all over their logo at the end of the game.
That was great.
Yeah. What else?
Did you see the clip of my brother sent this to me of Lamar Jackson getting asked a question by a reporter named Mike Jones?
Yeah.
He tried to hold it in for so long. He was like, "Hey, here's Mike Jones."
What was it? Mike. Hey, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. Greatest quarterback of our generation.
Oh yes. Oh man. But yeah, just watching playing fantasy basketball for the first time. Never done that before.
How's that?
It's interesting. It's a lot different from fantasy football because you play the whole week.
Right.
So you update your rosters every day based on the players that you have available. And with the coronavirus, there's been mad people who have just been going out and games been postponed. So it's been fun.
Yep. That's interesting. How long does that go for?
20 weeks.
God damn, that's a commitment.
Yeah, so 140 days of of fantasy.
That's why you got that new phone.
Yeah, I gotta have both right now. See, I just got a fantasy notification. Here's all you need to know for week 4: postponements, absences, and more. Westbrook something.
Great.
Oh, the Wizards suck. That's something else.
Do they?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Wizards are awful.
All right, well,
but that's it. Nothing happened. Found out one of my friends might have COVID.
Great.
Sucks.
Wear mask.
But not experiencing symptoms, so that's good. But yeah, wear mask.
Okay. Well,
I've been drinking in gallons of water every day.
Good. That just looks like a regular size water bottle for you.
I mean, yeah, I don't know why I used 2 hands. I could just one hand.
Makes you feel small. People are getting the vaccine. I know a few people that have got vaccinated already.
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
No, so especially when you know nurses.
Yeah,
they're just like, oh yeah, they're all getting vaccinated. I know no old person that's got vaccinated though, but I had to make a vaccination video for my job.
These
carrots are killing me.
Okay.
There we go.
Because you're an anti-vaxxer.
Oh yeah. Big anti-vaxxer.
Yeah, big moves.
I'm hip hop. I gotta represent what hip hop tells me to represent.
That's right.
They're telling me do not take this vaccine. Did you see? Did I send you the link with NLE Chopper's whole anti-vax music video?
No, I saw the clip, but I did not see the whole video.
Yo, that man.
He read a book. He read the Laws of Power or something, and just became woke overnight. And now he's like, I got Erykah Badu's cosign. Now I can kind of do and say all this weird shit and not worry about anything because I'm categorizing it as spiritual.
Yeah,
and it's just dangerous. That's just dope.
It's wild. I was like, hold on, guys, NLE Chopper. That's who we're.
Really?
That's our king.
That's our vaccination king.
NLE Chopper.
Yeah, no, I mean that shit is running rampant.
Yeah, it's
the COVID virus and people that say we should not get vaccinated in the hip hop world with audiences.
Yeah, it's pretty bad on both.
Can you so I'm not a black man. Can you I think I kind of understand what the distrust is in the African American community, but do you have any insight for me and the people as to why there's so much hesitation?
So I can't tell you why there's I can understand. All right, so the history of black people with the medical institutions, with the health is, it's been bad because, you know,
yes,
just the way that the black communities are underserved when it comes to, you know, resources in hospitals and doctors in general. So
being denied care.
Being denied care, exactly. So so there's that, and then on top of that, you have, you know, the Tuskegee experiments,
right?
And you have the whole
which is where they injected syphilis into people. It
didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
And and then didn't even really apologize for it. And then the situation with Henrietta Lacks, who they they took her cells, and it's been part of the medical world for pretty much this entire time. So she's got
like some like magical DNA. Yeah.
So you have those two things, but more so, I think that it stems from a distrust when you hear things like that, and then just a combination of that and super wokeness, which is weird. So what they're saying, I guess in general, is not necessarily wrong, but it's just not wise either, is what I would say. So they're like, I'm not taking that. It's gonna turn us into zombies. They're doing experiments on us, microchips, blah 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 blah, whatever. All right, so the reason that is weird is because because their basis for it comes from a black narrative saying like they're gonna do this to us because we're black, where that doesn't make sense in this case because one, everybody in every race is getting the vaccine. It's not like targeted towards black people. And then two, damn, I lost my train of thought. It's not targeted towards black people, and people get vaccines every year all the time. You got flu shots, you got
you're born getting vaccines.
Tuberculosis shots, polio, like smallpox, like everything. So it's not, but their statement is basically saying that your body, if you have a strong immune system, eat this, eat that, you know, it'll be able for you to be able to, you know, fight these diseases better than any, you know, vaccine would do. But
alternative medicines,
while that's true, it's still dangerous because there are people with comorbidities that don't have the immune system to be able to you know, boost up like that. They will need a vaccine in order to, oh my gosh, my throat is ugh. But yeah, they'll need a vaccine in order to, you know, make it through. And so then you have people who be like, all right, well, we've survived a whole year and I haven't caught it, nothing has happened, or so-and-so that is, you know, my neighbor or, you know, my roommate, my mom, whatever, caught it and they lived. And it's like, all right, but that doesn't mean that you will. So.
Right. And it doesn't help when my whole thing is people with platforms spreading misinformation, or not spreading any information at all. I'm not looking to Big Sean and Royce the 5'9" for my medical advice, or for like current events and news like that. But when you put out in a song for millions of people to listen to, mainly younger people who are more susceptible to listen to that kind of information, you are using your power and your voice irresponsibly. Yeah. And it's, at that point, it's like, just don't say anything at all. Just be Drake and don't comment on anything ever.
Yeah.
On any sort of current event.
Because I mean, that's going to be the best route. Because I mean, like, first of all, your beliefs. I mean, yeah, like let them be your beliefs. Especially if you believe that music has influence. I'm not saying that it's like the end all be all, but if you hear all of your favorite people, especially as a young person, saying don't do this, then chances are they're not going to do it. And it's not necessarily an issue where it's like, okay, you're to blame for it, but you're not helping it. Like if they didn't hear anything from these entertainers, these celebrities, they would be able to make their own, their own. I can't even think of words now. What's that? Judgment. There we go.
Yeah.
Their own judgment on the situation, and that's going to be better for people in the long run. It's just like, let me make my own decision as opposed to what did Royce the 5 not say exactly.
Yeah. Didn't Fred the Godson pass to COVID?
Yeah.
Crazy. And people are spewing about.
And DJ Shah.
Yeah. Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you hear like West Side Gun on the Joe Budden podcast when he was just like, before COVID, he was like, I had asthma, but I never had to use my pump. Now I have to use it like every day. And it's just like, there's serious ramifications. Even if you think your immune system is good enough to beat it, like, hey, why take that risk?
There are people who still can't smell, and they got it like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Or taste, and it's like. Then there's also more like psychological things that are coming out, like how it's been affecting people's mental after they've gotten it, and like their brain function and all this shit. And it's just like there's gonna be more and more science around this stuff.
I mean, it's new, it's novel, so this is not something that's gonna go away. Even with the vaccine, it's not something that's just gonna go away completely. It's like, disease has been eradicated like that in a sense, like polio and stuff like that and smallpox, because they're not fully eradicated either. It's just nominal. It's just it's minimal, and because we've been dealing with it for so long, they have the ability to treat it better, which is going to be the same thing for the coronavirus. Is like we're just going to be able to treat it better as time goes on. Like as you've seen, like even though we're at the new peak right now, and it's become like something like more people are dying, it has been easier to treat lately. So even though there are places there where hospitals are getting slammed, it's a situation where at least it's being able to be treated better, because we know the regimens through all of this trial and error for a year that we've been able to get it better. But that doesn't mean that, it's still going to affect everybody differently. It's going to affect, even like you could have a comorbidity. You could be like, you have high blood pressure, heart disease, and cancer all at the same time and make it out from coronavirus possibly. And then it could be somebody who has no issues at all, never been sick in their life, and they die from it. Like we just, there's no like one size fits all for the tape. It's not like if you have X, you will die. If you have X, you will not die. It's just, we don't know. So
and read past headlines. I know we're in like this headline clickbaity era, but people see stuff like, mutated COVID-19 found in New York or whatever. Sure.
Yeah.
That's scary, but read a little bit past it, read a little bit more into it, where it's like, it's scary that's mutated, but there's no science behind if it spreads easier, if it's more deadly, if all this stuff. So try not to get too scared by headlines. Do research, I think, is basically what we're trying to say. Don't listen to rappers, do research.
And also read more than a headline or a Twitter, hashtag.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm old. I just said, what is a hashtag?
You just hit a pound sign.
Yeah.
What's that pound sign? Yeah, I don't know. We're not medical experts.
We're not at all.
If you want to go back to like concerts and festivals and hang out with your friends and listen to albums and go to the studio again, wear a mask. Be safe. Don't be a dumbass.
Yeah, just know this for a fact is there was a point in time where not too many people had coronavirus. And they were like, yo, if we just chill out for like 2 weeks, we'll be cool. And then people were like, well, no, if it's like the flu, they're just gonna get it anyway. No, don't tread on my rights. Blah 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 blah. And look, we are today. You know, peak number, I guess 3 technically.
I guess,
but even worse than the first. So now we're just, what are we doing? We're just hoping for summer again, so that like the numbers could go down and we can eat outside. Like what?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Really? You want to go to Carrabba's that bad?
Yeah, it's not that important.
Give a fuck? It's not, my guy.
I'm telling you. What would you rather do? Sit down for like, even if it's a full month? Would you rather sit down for a full month or live like this for the rest of your life? Like,
and it's frustrating because people like you and I have stayed our asses at home out of fear for not getting it and not giving it to people that we care about.
Yep.
And there's other people that are like, I'm gonna go to Miami. I don't give a shit. What? Stop it. I was chatting about this with one of my friends, Taylor from the Blossom podcast, which I was on. She was asking me, she was like, are you rethinking some of your friendships now because of quarantine? And I'm like, absolutely. Because you go to people's stories on Instagram and it's just like, it's not like the pandemic doesn't exist at all. And I'm like, you're an idiot. Why are you having parties? Why are you having get-togethers and functions and then go hang out with your friends and traveling, sitting on a plane, going somewhere for fun? I'm like, absolutely not.
Nah.
You're an idiot. We have the same education.
Yeah, I be looking at, I be like, oh man, and then it'd always be the, I was never gonna let coronavirus affect my life anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm good. 2 weeks later, so I got coronavirus. Yeah,
Damn, shit's real.
Really?
Really?
I would have never guessed that you, of all people, would have got coronavirus, even though every week it's just like, oh, vacation.
Oh, you're bored, so you're gonna get on. I mean, yes. I mean, flights are like $20 right now. It's very tempting, but stay home.
Honestly, like if you do everything right, if you plan like a month vacation, you get on a plane, quarantine for 10 days, live that vacation out, come back home, quarantine for 10 more days, like, more power to you. Why are you going to hookah bars? Yo,
that's the move.
If you don't get out the hookah bar in the middle of January, during a pandemic,
you're sharing the pipe with the homie.
Like, what is your problem? Like, I don't understand. Like, if you make a concentrated effort to go on vacation, you plan accordingly and you minimize all contact, once again, more power to you. Like, it's still risky. You probably still shouldn't do it, but hey, you tried the best way possible. But if you're just like, hey, it's Wednesday, let's go to the hookah bar, you got real issues.
Just buy one. Just hang out at home and smoke and buy one. They're not expensive at all.
That's a thing. Yeah, you can do that.
You can do that. You can get a hobby.
Yeah.
You can read comic books. You can build models. You can start a hip hop career.
Yeah, that's a real thing too. Like, that's just like people could develop, like, you could develop a hobby. Like, it's not even that hard. Like, just an indoor hobby. Like, learn how to play chess. Like,
Yes.
like do something. But nah, man.
I learned drums. That was my quarantine hobby. I learned how to play drums. It took me like 2 weeks.
Like,
It's fun.
Nah, bro, I'm trying to go to the hookah bar. Is the strip club open or not?
If not, I will be at the hookah bar.
Can I brunch every weekend? Those are the questions that some people are asking.
It's fine. I wear a mask to and from the restaurant.
Yeah.
So I'm good. Inside, it doesn't count. It doesn't matter. The virus can't be inside.
Absolutely, yeah. That's and the virus doesn't hit you if you wore a mask to the place.
Right.
Like if you wore a mask to the place, the virus is just like, "Hey, fam, you did your part, bro. I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna leave you alone at this table."
It's like a vampire. It doesn't come unless you invite it.
Exactly. You gotta invite it.
Yeah. Like, okay, COVID, come on in. And you're all dead. That's not how it works.
Not at all.
It's just not a game.
All right, so that was mad COVID talk.
I know. I mean,
but that's the year.
We're just hanging out.
Yeah, I didn't go to DC at all. In the past week. And
I didn't even leave my house. I was gonna run errands last Wednesday. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go do this, and this. I gotta go to pick up some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw everything happened. And then I saw like Larry Hogan sent all the cops, Montgomery County cops, to DC. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stay home.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound safe outside. And Shaheer and I are both like, what, 20, 30 minutes away from DC. And I did not feel safe leaving my suburban home because I was like, this shit's crazy. I told my parents, I'm like, just whatever you need to do it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's only gonna keep getting crazy. Till the inauguration.
Yeah, it's like a week from now.
Yeah, 8 days.
Yeah, I think that guy that's gonna leave the office signed some order for like more like security or something, or some sort of like heavier security presence in DC up until after the inauguration or something like that.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. They were talking about going to Capitol buildings all across the United States. I was like, oh man, we are as. But hey, the thing that keeps me going, the thing that always makes me happy, is the memes. My gosh, the memes are so lit.
They are good. I appreciate the memes as long as people aren't taking away from the gravity of this whole situation.
Yeah,
this shit is crazy.
Yeah, no, and that's
they're hilarious.
Not even like the really hilarious ones, but like the ones where it's like countries with U.S. aided dismantled governments are calling the United States the ghetto, and I'm like, yeah. Or
we're
the ghetto.
The dude who hasn't eaten in custody.
Oh yeah,
because
it's not organic. He needs organic.
And they're like, Muslims detained by ICE for force-fed pork. I was just like, sorry, dude.
Yeah,
that shit happened. I mean, listen, like if this might not be the place to get spicy with it, but if they want a civil war, I fully trust that the military, the Navy, the Marines, the National Guard will shoot all of those dudes. No joke.
Yeah. Probably. It's just so much work. Like, why?
It's a lot. It's stressful.
He's not even the end all be all. Like, don't trip, bruh. Like, I'm sure you're gonna find somebody more racist. In the next 4 years, just focus on that. Focus on the next, uber bigot. You could get a super Trump.
Who's that black lady?
This like charismatic.
Who's that black lady that's a Trump supporter?
Candace Owens.
Candace, pick her. That would confuse the hell out of people. That would confuse
everybody. Yo, what is happening?
That is a full Dave Chappelle skit.
Oh man, let Azalea Banks be your running mate, and the world goes wild. So did you hear about Azalea Banks cooking her cat?
Azalea Banks eats her cat.
That's the headline today.
That's not even a double entendre. That is.
Yeah, no, that's just.
She dug up her dead cat and cooked it.
Yeah.
Why do people keep giving her power? I don't understand. We need to get rid of her.
You know what's like wild though? You ever like listen to Because the Internet?
Yes.
And like be like, yo, Azalea Banks is talented.
Yeah, she sounded fire. She was singing. Like, yeah. But she had like one hit almost 10 years ago. Like 212 came out in like 2011 maybe.
Yeah.
And we're still letting her. She's still from the 3-point line, and we're still like, yeah, great. Give us more Azalea Banks. Hot takes. Russell Crowe spit on her or some shit. And we're still letting her join the fun.
Yeah.
I hate it. It's stupid. She's the worst.
Yeah, there's that. Dr. Dre still in the ICU with a brain aneurysm.
Is there an update? He's still there?
He's still in the ICU.
Damn.
He hasn't had any. He hasn't had anything negative happen, but they're trying to find the cause.
Right.
So they're not letting him out of the ICU right now because if he has another aneurysm, the chances of survival would be much less outside of the ICU. In the ICU, it's just like there. So we're hoping for full recovery. Hopefully, they're just like, hey, yo, sprinkle a little less salt on your steak and you're good. And then he's just like, all right, bet, full vegan diet. And
isn't he already vegan?
And then Blue looks at him like...
And then we finally get that Blue Dr. Dre album we've been waiting
We've
for.
all been waiting for. When the West Connects.
Ooh, I don't know. I guess it would be kind of cool because Blue has such a West Coast voice. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he'd sound right at home over Dr. Dre beats.
Oh yeah, no, that would be fired.
Yeah,
I refuse to believe it wouldn't be.
Imagine we get a Blue Dr. Dre album before we get a John Connor and a King Mass album. They're just at the sidelines like, oh, word? That's real? That's real, Dre?
We were on Compton. It's just like Compton came out and he was like, Anderson .Paak.
Yes. That's the one.
That's it.
Kendrick was already popping, so he could not have ruined his career.
Yeah, exactly. And then he looked at Mess and was like, I mean, I don't know what you want from me. Go find J. Cole. Like,
yeah. Go direct videos for J. Cole now.
Yeah. Be an heir.
Tease an album. Yes. Rest in peace, MF Doom.
Yes.
That was heartbreaking at the end of last year.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Found out at the end of the year that he died on Halloween. And it's crazy though too because like even when you check his like Instagram account and you look and then the previous post is them launching like the merch from Halloween. Like his merch launched like that week for this year. Yeah, so it's wild. Yeah. Like I think you said you got a shirt.
I did. It finally shipped, and then they all sold out like a few days later.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he had like masks and like shirts and stuff like all for. Now that you say that, I think it's all Halloween because like the shirt I got is like these undead hands grabbing the Doom logo. I think it's all from the Halloween collection.
Yeah.
Say that. Yeah.
So it's wild timing.
Yeah. In the most Doom way, like literally 2 months later, they make the announcement, which I think is kind of beautiful. Like his family had time to grieve and process and all that stuff, and I think that's a great way to do it. My only question is, I mean, didn't like any of his friends like shoot him a text in the span of like when he died to like now and like not get a response and go like, I wonder if MF Doom's okay, or maybe he just doesn't answer text messages or emails?
Well, I think one of two things. I mean, it could be that, or it could be a situation where they did and his wife notified and said, we don't want to go public with this, and they were like, okay, well, I respect your wishes, and didn't say anything until now. Because I mean,
you're probably right.
I'm sure he has. I mean, I'm sure he has like friends like that are close to him in the industry, but I think that probably the majority of the people that actually responded to like his death in such a like shocked way were probably people that he was like associated with more so than like actually friends with.
Yeah.
So
I think Philo did like a whole tribute. A couple rappers actually did like their own, like Open Mike Eagle did one, Mikey Christmas did one where they just did like freestyles. Fucking Mos Def's all caps.
Lupe
was amazing.
ASAP Rock and Homeboy Sandman.
Oh, I didn't see that.
There's a good amount. Also, I'll take this moment to, call out the assholes, on Discogs and eBay and any, third party selling platform who are putting up Doom albums for $400. Why is that a thing? Like, if people want to listen to his music right now and they're willing to like buy it, like, don't chalk it up for $400. Like, don't put it like, that's crazy. That's wild. Like, I all right, so I can understand if it's like the Operation Doomsday like limited edition vinyl and you have that,
like a collector's item,
and you're like, it was already expensive, like that makes sense. But if you're talking about like, I got this for like $24, I think, and that was in October. Let me see.
You got it this year?
Yeah, 2020.
Oh, sorry, last year.
Yeah, I got it very recently because I got that and I got Midnight Marauders on the same day, and I think it was it was like either right before it might have been November that I purchased this. So it's just like, all right, and then even there, like there are a few albums that, like, they had the JJ Doom album, Zarface beats MF Doom, like they had a few of his like collaboration albums, Neruvian Doom, like they had all these, and I was like looking through and I was like, man, I want to get these albums, but like they're not really on my like list like that,
right?
Because I prioritize, I don't want to just spend $1 million. But then it's just like, even those albums are going for crazy amounts. So I'll say two things: one, I hate you if you're doing this, and two, hey guys, Stone's Throw, I 100% guarantee, like they're going to reprint like these albums. Like, they're not just gonna be like, okay, we're never printing Doom vinyls again. Like, they were gonna reprint them regardless. They weren't ever gonna go into obscurity. If he was still alive, they would keep continuing to print his album. Like, so if you're like really interested in listening to Doom, just go ahead and stream or buy a CD or something. You don't have to get the vinyl right now, and especially because those third-party sellers are not contributing anything to his family. Exactly. So there's absolutely no reason that you have to support them.
Guaranteed, Stone's Throw will, throw money to his family. Yeah. Like, same thing when Sean Price passed. Like, all that money, even now, I think any merch, Sean Price merch you buy, CDs, shit like that, Duck Down gives money to Sean Price and his family. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Stone's Throw will do the same thing. Just because you want to put a, MF Doom vinyl, like in your collection or on your wall or something, you're going to spend $1,000 for that, and that money's going to go straight into some white nerd's pockets. Yeah. No, you're not doing anybody any favors.
Yeah, and then you're gonna look at it released. They're gonna announce the pre-release the next 2 days. It'll be like, why did I even buy this? When it wasn't even sold out. It was on back order. Like, those are two different things. Back order means that they're gonna produce more. Yeah. Like, sold out means that, all right, this printing is done, but they'll probably still release an additional printing.
And they're probably gonna do something really special. Yeah. Like, unreleased songs, features, like, it's probably going to be even more amazing than some shit you just picked up. Yeah. I will say this did prompt me to finally listen to Born Like This. Okay. Which is an album that I don't know. I was just like, it's like newer Doom. I don't know if it'll be good. I don't know where I even got that idea from.
Born Like This is 2009, right?
2009. Yeah. Which, like, if you look at Doom's discography, is weird because he's an artist that sounds like he's been around, because he's been around since like the 80s. Mm-hmm. But like, like, oh, like it feels like Operation Doomsday came out in 1994. For some reason, I don't know why it feels like that album came out in the 90s, but it came out in like 2002. Like, and like Food came out like 2 years later, and then Mad Villainy came out, I think, like around the same time as Food and like or Food. And Doom's an early 2000s rap artist.
Yeah,
which is crazy because he doesn't sound or act like one. Because he's such an old school dude, but he didn't blow until his like late 30s. Yeah, I think like mid or late 30s. So his music sounds very old, but it only came out like almost now like 2 decades ago, but even like 15 years ago. So yeah, I finally listened to Born Like This and I was like, damn, this is very good. It's not it's not Food or it's not Operation Doomsday or even like Genki or Victor Vaughn and all that stuff, but it's great. And it's amazing that there's still so much Doom music out there and collaborations and all this stuff that you could just still listen to.
Right. Especially it's interesting for me too because like so you're talking about Born Like This. So I started listening to Doom in like I guess 2007ish or 2008 from my friend, and then like once again like I really like Doom's a high caliber rapper and his production is fire too. Like
yes,
but like it would mostly be like a friend thing. Like if I would go to my friend's house to play games, like Doom would be playing. Like but all, at the same time, it's just like I know who like my artists were at the time, and because he was like an older statesman, like they're like legacy acts that like I'll bump and like really like A Tribe Called Quest is somebody who I'll listen to frequently, and Doom is someone like who I'll listen to frequently, and then there's like the new stuff. So in 2008 I'm listening to Food and Danger Doom and Vaudeville Villain and all of his old stuff, and realizing like he hasn't put out a solo project in a while at that point. Yeah, because I think it was was it Food that was his last one before that, I believe, and he just had a bunch of like the special herbs and spices that were coming out. Yeah, so but those are all beats. Yeah, those are all beats. Yeah. So and they're beats from those projects. So it had been a while, and then MF Doom, he came out with Born Like This, and that was like the first project that I listened to at the time that it came out. Oh, okay. So it was like, all right, this is cool. Like, because I mean, obviously, I wasn't listening to him prior to like when all of the previous albums dropped, and I was listening to it, and I enjoyed that, and that was in rotation. But then somehow, I don't know why. I think it's similar for most legacy artists, in my opinion. Even if the project is really good later on in their career, for some reason I just don't gravitate towards it as much as the older stuff. So yeah, it's like same. Like you were talking about, this is your first time listening to Born Like This. It's just like I listened to it when it came out, and I haven't listened to it since probably like 2010. Yeah, which is crazy. Now it has probably 2 of my favorite Doom songs. And it's crazy when you hear those beats. I'm like, oh, so and so rapped over this, and I heard it first. Which is crazy. There's a beat off of there that Jay Electronica ripped up from that album, and like samples and stuff that other people have used. And I'm like, damn, people really, really, really took influence from him. Yeah. I hope Madlib's okay. I haven't, because like it's interesting, and I'm sure. I mean, he's a grown man, but like it's interesting how everyone's talking about how amazing Mad Villainy is. But no one's talking about Madlib on any of that. It was like, yeah, obviously there's no Mad Villainy without MF Doom and his that every song is quotables. Someone out there is talking about how fire a rapper Quasimodo is, though. Yeah, there's one person out there. So y'all heard that Victor Vaughn? Who's that? Yo, he sounds just like MF Doom.
That's crazy. But yeah, that album is timeless. I mean, that bears no mentioning, but Mad Villainy is an amazing album.
Yeah, I also think it's hilarious that, like it could even raise questions like that, because you know how Doom will feature himself on a song. Like it'll be MF Doom featuring King Ghidorah, and you'd be like, you can't tell me they're the same person. Look, it says featuring. You'd be like, no, that's
Obviously.
just what he did. Like he's just a genius. Just leave him alone.
Yeah. And it's interesting when you hear him talk about the different personas and the different psyches behind those things. Like, because like he really tried to embody each of those characters that he created.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just I'm just gonna say this is a different name because I like maybe rap differently or I like will use a certain tone of voice.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's like, these are like people. Like these are other people that I'm featuring on my own songs, and it's gonna sound like two different people rapping, same voice but two different styles, two different topics, things like that. Because like it's like even like the difference between like I didn't realize this till much later, the difference between like Victor Vaughn and MF Doom, where like Victor Vaughn is like this like the like young dude that works for MF Doom, and he's like he like doesn't like him at all, and he's like kind of like a young kid. He's like always trying to get laid, and then Doom is like the villain, and so like they would kind of clash and go back and forth. And like if you listened and paid attention to his music, which you don't have to. That's also the great thing about Doom is like you don't have to care about any of that stuff. You could just sit there and be like, I just want to hear really, really good rapping over really dope, crazy beats that this guy just sat here. He just made them. He found all the samples. He was like, all right, I'm going to rap over that now.
Yeah.
And like you can enjoy MF Doom on a complete surface level. And then you can also kind of take it a little bit deeper and start breaking down some of these things, which I'm sure many people have done. But it's like there's so much to it, and there's so much you can still learn. From Doom. Yeah,
I need to listen to the MF Doom episodes.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that they did those.
Yeah, they put out a Juan episode on MF Doom, and I think there's gonna be another part if it hasn't come out already. Okay. But yeah, no, apparently it's like a full history lesson on Doom, and that's just cool.
Yeah. My favorite, I went back and watched it. One of my favorite things online is Mos Def talking about Rap Snitch Knishes when he's like in the studio, and he's quoting and talking about how genius that song is, which is that's an amazing song, and it's so relevant now because it's literally about dudes telling on themselves. I think Mos Def was like, he's like, how are you gonna sell crack and then tell people you sell crack? That's the complete opposite of why people sell crack. But he really was, I mean, your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Yeah.
And that was more than obvious after, news came out that he passed. Because there are so many people that, that we and you love listening to that would pay tribute to Doom. And
if
it's crazy how that happens.
If it's a high caliber rapper, it's probably a disciple of Doom.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. If your favorite rapper didn't talk about how great Madvillain he was or Operation Doomsday, then switch rappers.
Like, do you think there could be a J Electronica without MF Doom?
No. I thought about that when you were talking. No, I don't think so. Because they're both kind of in that like mysterious realm of otherworldly beings rapping. And no, definitely not. Because, I mean, there would be no J Electronica without Dilla and without Doom.
Yeah.
Because he tore up so many Dilla beats and he rapped over MF Doom beats. And yeah, now that you say that, like his style of rapping, his inflection, the way that he strung those words together, it's very Doom.
The way that he utilizes the early, like 50s, 60s television and movie samples.
Yeah, absolutely. There wouldn't be a lot of people without Doom. I mean, there'd be no Kendrick without Doom. There'd be no Cole without Doom.
Tyler, Earl.
Yeah, exactly. Tyler, Earl. I mean, I would go out on a limb and say there probably wouldn't be like Mac Miller as we got him without Doom. A lot of dudes that you really love and respect would not be here without that first time they listened to Operation Doomsday or Madvillainy.
Yeah.
Which I think was like late high school, probably around 2009, 2010. I got into a bunch of old school rap, and Madvillainy was the one that one of my friends recommended to me, and I was like, yo, have you heard Figaro? And then I tried to rap over Rhinestone Cowboy.
I mean, you did.
I did. That's still one of my favorite songs ever. That's such a great song. That like the last song off of Mad Villainy is just like this like 5-minute song with just like this like really really cool beat with like this live audience, and there's like just breaks in between it for like no specific period of time.
Yeah.
And then Doom just comes back in. That's a great way to end that album. Man, if you haven't, go listen to Mad Villainy. What are you doing? Figaro, accordion, meat grinder. So many moments on that album. I like remember the first time I heard some of those songs. I remember like where I was, and I'm like, yo, this kind of changed everything. I mean, who cares? But there wouldn't be me without Doom. Like this album behind me wouldn't exist without Doom.
Right.
Like the way that
you did a Doom song two times. So you got a Rise on Cowboy and then Sofa King on Move Avenger.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I mean that was one of the artists where the first time I heard him, I was like, oh, this is kind of what I want to do now. Like, this is how I want to rap. Because before then it was like Lil Wayne was popping, and like again like in the in the mid-aughts or whatever. But it was like, yeah, like Lil Wayne was popping, and I was like, I guess I'll rap like Lil Wayne. And then I started getting introduced to like a lot of old school rap, like I was saying, and then I found Doom, and yeah, I ran Mad Villainy 100 times, and then I got into Operation Doomsday, and then Food, and like Victor Vaughn and King Ghidorah. Like Vaudeville Villain's probably one of my favorite rap albums ever. Just for that like that title track, like Vivon the Traveling Vaudeville Villain, won't give a flying fuck who ain't not feeling him, watch what you're dealing in. Like it's crazy. And it's without those lyrics and those beats, like I don't know what I would be doing or saying or rapping about. Like I'm always trying to hit that caliber. Yeah.
And another disclaimer, if you ever feel like if you feel like, yo, I really need to hop on and get into a nice lyrical pocket, yo, go just freestyle the special herbs and spices, just all of them.
Yeah.
Just
it'll make you a better rapper.
Just sit there, run special herbs and spices, and just freestyle. You'll become 100% better.
And please don't gatekeep artists. Like he may have been your favorite dude and you heard about him before he passed away. Shut up. Let people discover people and enjoy them.
Yeah.
There are plenty of artists and rappers who I got into after they passed because Nipsey Hussle. Like I didn't realize his impact until after he passed, and then I was like, oh my God. And then like Victory Lap was one of my favorite albums ever. Again, this album would not, like, Victory Lap wouldn't exist without, or this album wouldn't exist
Victory
without
Lap would not exist
without Intrusive Thoughts.
Yeah.
Without Victory Lap and what happened with Nipsey Hussle and all that stuff, I wouldn't be here rapping about what I rapped about. And same with Sean Price. Like, I didn't get into him until after he passed, and now I'm one of the biggest Sean Price fans I know. And let people discover Doom and kind of fall in love with him.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like all right, the one thing I don't want to hear you say is, oh man, I can't believe you haven't listened to this, or nah, don't listen to him now that he's dead. Like, that's stupid. That's
no.
Why? Listen to him now, especially.
Yeah. You think Doom cares?
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh yeah, whatever. Listen to my music in 100 years if you want. Doesn't matter if I'm around.
Oh, you not an established fan. Like, so? That doesn't mean his music is worse. Like, his music is not going to get worse because he's not around or because I'm late to the party.
If you bought his vinyl for $500 on eBay, don't gatekeep his music.
Exactly, yeah.
Rest in peace, Doom.
What do we pivot to?
Well, I guess we could kind of wrap it up. And is there anything you're looking forward to?
That's what I was gonna ask. I was like, yeah, that's probably the only thing. So, all right. So, well, I guess I feel like a lot of album releases are going to be dictated on if the world opens or not. So, so one thing that I feel like for sure is going to actually come out this year is going to be J. Cole's The Off Season. So not the fall off, but the off season.
Right.
Because I feel like that's going to be in line with his mixtape series. And if it's in line with the mixtape series, then he's going to be less likely to feel like inclined to, perform it and drop videos and stuff like that. Like he can do it.
Although he would. He's somebody that would tour and do videos off a mixtape.
Yeah, but like he doesn't have to. Like he can still do everything small and in-house. Like even with For Your Eyes Only, like there wasn't a big music video or anything for that. There was a big tour after it, but when he dropped it, he just dropped it with a documentary. So yeah, I could see something similar to that happening. Of course, Kendrick Lamar I want to drop. Tyler needs a project. If Childish Gambino comes out with an album this year, again, especially from what he said on Twitter, I'm 100% down for it. Yeah. And I guess the deluxe of Man on the Moon 3, which was my top album of last year.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And they say that another Nipsey album is coming out. So
dope.
If we get the Nipsey album, then that's something that I'll definitely be listening to as well.
Yeah, and I'm sure they will do that correctly. Yeah. There's a lot of dudes that were supposed to drop last year that didn't. It'd be good to hear Saba. It'd be good to hear Jid.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course too.
Yeah. I don't think we're getting a Kendrick album anytime soon.
Oh, you know what? Also, actually, now that you say that, all right, we had mythically every year we're like, yo, what are you looking forward to? Well, if Jay Electronica drops the album, 2020, Jay Electronica finally dropped the album. So, Absol 2016, Isaiah Rashad 2016. Every year, I'm looking forward to this Isaiah Rashad album. I'm looking forward to this Absol album. Let's add 2021 to that list. I'm looking for this Isaiah Rashad album. Says it's getting mixed right now. I'm looking for this Absol album. No word, but come on now. Like, you've had great verses in 2020. Like, give us an album. Give us an album or give us a long term. Like,
Jay Electronica, do you want to put out another album?
Actually,
do it.
Yo, what if Jay Electronica just dropped an album every year now?
He goes on a run. Yeah. He just does features, videos, albums, mixtapes. Yeah. He's like, I'm ready now.
He's just like, you unleashed me.
He becomes a freshman. He's on the list.
Oh, if he's on the freshman list.
Up and coming artist.
Jay Electronica recently dropped his debut album with Jay-Z.
TDE's very old school. I think they're gonna wait for the world to open back up for Kendrick.
I feel like it, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. I mean, it'd be good to get, I don't know, Reason said that was a mixtape, not an album, which but like, that was an album. But if you feel like dropping another one, go for it. It'd be dope to get Schoolboy. I feel like Schoolboy doesn't need a huge, maybe he does need a huge rollout.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, all of them, Schoolboy and J-Rock, both for 2019, right? Yeah. Nah, J-Rock 2018, Schoolboy Q 2019. Yeah.
I think Drake's dropping.
Allegedly. He was supposed to drop this month. Pushed back.
Kanye's getting a divorce, so we're definitely getting an album.
Yo, it's either going to be trash or fire. There's no in between.
There's no in between.
It's either going to be the best album we've ever heard or absolute garbage.
Yeah.
It might just be him like yelling into auto-tune. And like, while it was great in Runaway, like Kanye 2021, I don't want doing that because I feel like he's just gonna say Jesus for 21 hours
over crazy beats,
absolutely.
Fire samples.
It's the best samples.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be great to hear some TJ. It'd be great if Isaiah Rashad dropped. It'd be great if Absol and all those people that we always talk about drop.
Yeah. I want to hear Rhapsody because, dang, I forgot the name of the song that you dropped. The track that you dropped last year is fire. And I want to hear. Dang. Yo, that just reminded me. I didn't make an EP list, so it doesn't matter. But that Vic Mensa V tape would have definitely made my EP list. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear a Chance album. I'm good on that right now.
I'm good. I've been good on Chance for a while. Yeah, no. Chance, we got to do an episode. We'll talk about Chance next episode. He's an interesting character. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get. I'm surprised we didn't get more Griselda.
We're gonna get.
I'm sure we'll get more.
Oh, Tana Talk 4. If you give me look, Betty. If you give me Tana Talk 4, I'm all in. And I mean, like, once again, hopefully the health continues to get better with the gunshot. But yo, you got every reason to bring that Tana Talk energy. So yeah, give me Tana Talk 4.
Sure, we'll get some more Freddie Gibbs. He's got at least 3 projects in him this year, I'm sure.
Yo, give me a Freddie Gibbs Big Sean album. I'll take it.
Yo, easy with Benny the Butcher features on most songs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be good to start hearing the quiet, like the indie dudes again. I'm sure Denzel Curry has something coming. He's been teasing that.
Joey Badass.
Be good to hear Joey album.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Did you listen to Jasmine Sullivan?
Nah.
I heard it was really good. I didn't hear it though.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
She can sing.
She's been around for a while.
Yeah. Now, if we are talking about R&B, then, you know, I don't know where that was going. I have no
Frank.
R&B
Where's Frank?
album. Yeah, give me Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean can come back.
Give me another. I'll take another Frank Ocean album. Whatever genre Tyler's album is going to be, I'll take it.
I'll take it easy.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't think anything's been like announced. Nah. Everything that was supposed to come out was supposed to come out last year.
Yeah.
And it's just everything got pushed. So we'll see. Well, I want to hear less Tory Lanez, less Azealia Banks, less a lot of other people. Please get rid of them. Get them out of here. Let's be positive. Let's get good music in here.
I want to hear a Tank and Fetty album. I want to hear if RTA ever drops, Brandon Griggs album, and I don't think we'll get an Esco album this year, but
no.
Yeah.
I'm not recording my album in my basement. I want you to know that it's going to be recorded in your apartment.
We're gonna go get the COVID test together, and you know.
Once that shit is, once we have our punch cards, we show them at the door.
Vaccine, rapid tests, and then just punch cards right there.
Yeah, punch cards.
It's just gonna have weeks every week. And you gotta get the punch.
Yeah.
For the week.
You get a 2-hour session.
Yeah.
When you get all 8. Are we dropping this year?
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
All right, bet. Before you turn 30,
I'm gonna drop a song at the end of this month.
All right, bet.
I'm also
solo song.
I'm dropping our songs. Okay. I'm just gonna drop the old songs.
That's fine.
Yeah, and then we'll just cook up some new stuff.
Yeah, that's some stuff. I'm writing. I have ideas. I gotta tell you about it off air.
Word. And we just have a fire beat that me, you, and Esco made before full lockdown.
Well, there's that shit that we recorded. Wasn't it over that beat?
No, we made 2. So we have that. We have that song that I actually just released.
Wait, it's out?
Yeah, it's out.
Oh shit!
But I didn't put it on streaming yet. But
Okay.
it's out. It's on SoundCloud. But we made another beat, so I was just looking through my beats and I was like, "What is this?" So I clicked it, and I was just like, "Yeah, this shit is dope." And I was like, I don't remember this beat at all. But I was like, it had to have been. I was like, so I know I did the sample because I mean, like it seems like something that I would do. And then I heard the drums and I was like, all right, that has to be Shah. Like, and then I was like, okay, yeah. And then it was like a Celeste. It was Celeste on the Citrus.
Esco started the beat, right?
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, Esco. That's Esco's go-to instrument, so it had to have been him. I was like, we made this. I
totally
beat.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yo, that was like February, I think was the last time.
It was like, I think it's March.
Yeah,
it's March. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like literally right before, like everything went to crazy. Because we did I guess we did those 2 beats and then we recorded over the other one.
Yeah, and then I think I did like 2 songs off of Intrusive Thoughts.
Yeah, you re-recorded. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the last songs, and then we just did a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, we did all of the like collab stuff over the YouTube beats that day.
Yeah.
Was it that day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Damn. Those songs are fire. Go check them out. Various artists on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
I still go back and listen to those.
SoundCloud.com/variousMD is what it is.
They are crazy. That joint that me and Shaheer did is nuts. I love that song.
So we gotta just destroy that beat and make another one.
Bet.
And recreate this. Us.
Do it.
Gun to our head. Hey, yo, make this.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. Just
All
don't
right.
shoot. Because you're me.
Yeah, shut up, bud. I would hate to meet me. I'm such a dickhead. I'll be so annoyed at myself. I never want to meet myself. Not even on some depression shit, on like some real life shit. It's just like, I don't want to meet me. Annoying.
Oh, this is you. And you're like, oh no. What's that? The Paul Rudd show where he creates the other version of himself.
Oh, yeah.
Like, nah, I don't want that for me.
No. All right, bet. Well, that was fun.
It was indeed.
Yeah, we had no list, no agenda. We just kind of rapped for a bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. We might maybe we'll do more of this. Just hang out,
Just random.
and talk. Yeah,
I'll take it. I got a dummy adapter for my camera now, so like I could just record. I don't have to worry about the battery dying. It's cool.
Word. I'm doing beat breakdowns on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I might do more of those. Check them out.
I'm gonna drop a beat tape this month, the end of this month.
You still need a verse from me, don't you?
Yeah, not for this though.
Okay.
This will just be beats.
All right. Bet. Well, if you stuck with us so far, thank you for hanging out. Hope you were entertained during these weird times that we're in. Let's hope next week goes smoothly.
Yeah.
Stay up, stay positive, wear a mask. Call your parents if you haven't talked to them in a while. Send them some love.
Yeah. Any grandparents if you have.
Grandparents, brother, sister, anybody, reach out to them. Say what's up. We'll be back. Sooner than you think.
I mean, you might think never, which makes sense.
See, real open ended.
Yeah.
All right. Peace. Thank you.
Peace.